Hi everybody, welcome to Photomikes Garage. Today it's time to work on my 2014 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon. I'm changing the front disc brake pads, which is an easy job. This video is only going to be very short because it is an easy job that anyone can do. I'm going to show you how fast you can do it, how easy you can do it, and the fact that you're going to save a lot of money. So do the work yourself, DIY. So the first thing I'm going to do is going to get the Jeep up in the air, and that's easy to do. Just put her under the axle here. Now make sure you put a jack stand underneath your Jeep, because otherwise your Jeep could kill you. It won't mean to, but it will, and you'll be embarrassed. I don't know who put these on last, because these are on kind of tight. A little bit tight. That is too tight. Did I do that? Let's bring you in here for a little closer look. Here's the front brake calipers. And the pads, well, they're on their last legs as far as I'm concerned, so I want to replace them. These calipers, you have one big piston. You can see right there, it's pushing in against the pad, and that pulls this other outside pad in. That's how your brakes work. And it's so simple on these brake calipers. Undo this bolt right here, 13 mil. Undo this bolt here, 13 mil. This whole caliper will come off. Take off the old brake pads, put in the new ones, put it back on, 2 bolts back in, you're done. So simple. These are the tools you're gonna need. You're gonna need a wrench with a 13 mil to take off those 2 bolts. You might need a vice grip for something. This is a C-clamp, relatively cheap, easy. What this is gonna do is push the piston back in so you can get your new brake pads on. There you go. Brake pads for Jeep Wranglers are cheap. There's no reason to spend a lot of money. And I'll put a link where you can get these guys. And a torque wrench to torque your wheel nuts after you're all done. That's it. That's all there is to it. Simple. Okay, let's loosen these 2 13 mil bolts. They shouldn't be on too tough. Okay. Oh, man. Okay, make sure that you loosen them, not tighten them. Okay, here we go. There you go. And that's loose. Now there's an inner collar that sometimes spins, so I just use the vice grips to hold that in place. Use the vice grip just to hold that in place while I keep turning the bolt. That's why you need the vice grips, to hold that little collar in place so it won't spin as I take out the bolts. Now the caliper should just come right the heck off. Come on. And yes. Okay, make sure you don't put any strain on the brake hose, so just sort of hang it up here, out of the way. And of course that's where a screwdriver can come in handy. Get these old guys out. There you go. That's been in there a while. Still got a little bit of meat, but I think this should be replaced. Okay, so I clean up the slider surfaces. This is where the brake pads slide. I just like to clean these up a little bit. Now, if you want, you can put a little bit of grease on there. That may help, but you want to make sure you don't get it on your brake disc or on the pad. Okay, here's our new brake pads. Now, one of them has this little metal clip on it. Now, it's designed so that once these are worn out to a certain extent, this metal will start touching your disc and will make a screeching noise, and that will tell you it's time to change your brake pads. So this one goes on the inside, just like so. Then we have the outside. Got to sort of angle this guy in, like so, and in it goes. Yes, good. We're almost done. It's that easy. Okay, so now you got to put your caliper back on, but as you can see, the piston is all out because of course the brake pads, as they wear, the piston comes out. What are you going to do? Well, I'll show you. This is where you need the C-clamp. You can get this anywhere. Any store, Home Depot, you can get it at O'Reilly's. Well, I don't know about that, but anyway, this is going to help me push the piston back in. You can get a special tool, but don't bother. Just get a C-clamp. Right like that. And then what you do is that you get it so we're just about close. And now start pushing that piston in. That's right. Start pushing that piston in. Use some power. Okay. Power. Oh, it's moving. I got it moving. And as it moves in, you turn the screw of the C-clamp in so you can push it further. It's moving slowly. There we go. This will take a bit of work. Push in a little bit. Adjust the screw. Push it some more. Adjust the screw. Now keep in mind, as you do this, the fluid in your reservoir is going to go up. This is why you always want to not overfill your reservoir, because then brake fluid will be coming out right about now. I think we're just about there. Now that should be enough. Take off your C-clamp and making sure your caliper is in the proper orientation, you just put it on over. Put it on over. Except it's not far enough in. Except it's not far enough in yet, the piston. Okay, take off your caliper, take off your C-clamp. Oh, there you go. Push these little dudes in so it'll fit in, like so, and there you go. Caliper's back in place, and now we can put in our caliper bolts. We'll just get this guy started. Okay, finger tight. Get this guy started. Finger tight. There you go. Whoa. You see how fast that was? Again, you might have to use the vice grips to stop the collar on the inner collar from moving, just like so. That allows us to tighten this sucker up. Okay, so the caliper to adapter bolts are only 26 foot-pounds, not that much, not too tight. Just sort of, just give it a little bit and you're done. Okay, as you can see, brake pads are changed, caliper bolts tight, it's good to go. We can put the wheel back on, but one thing you should do before you go drive, and that is walk around, walk around, walk around, walk around. And what you want to do, pump that brake, pump that brake, pump that brake, pump that brake, yeah. Because if you don't do that, the first time you try and stop after you're driving your car, you'll have no brakes. Also, notice how high the fluid level is in my brake reservoir. Again, make sure you don't overfill this or else it'll come out the top. Okay, let's get that wheel back on. Now we torque these suckers down. All right, you can see how simple and easy that was to change the front brake pads on the Jeep Wrangler. So next time you think about taking your Jeep in to get the service department to do it, stop and give your head a shake and just do it yourself. Thanks for watching Photomikes Garage. I will see you next time.